Hi, I'm Emily, the Creative Director for Heartfelt Creation, and today I'm going to show some quick 2-minute coloring techniques that you can use at home. I don't know about you, but when I'm coloring, oftentimes I don't have the time to spend all that time doing the detailed scenes and stuff. So I've come up with some quick coloring techniques that have stunning effects. Some of them kind of look like a paintbrush splatter. They look very vintagey and they're easy to do. So follow along and I think you'll be amazed at how you can incorporate this in your projects. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to stamp the postcard image to the background of our antiquity paper collection. I just selected a card front. This is a 5x7 card front and we're going to ink this up. Now when you look at this postcard, it's a really nice background image that you can add florals on top of. So we're going to ink this up with a dark brown ink. I like to use a chalk ink that's fast drying for this technique. So we will just kind of center this. You can kind of use what I call the eyeballing technique. That works pretty good for me if it does for you. So we stamp that and then we'll lay this aside. Now when you look at this, it's stamped, you have this background and we're ready to color it. One thing I'd like to point out is this image has the signature of the artist. In the corner it says Linda Bontrager, so that's kind of a unique feature of this one. So we'll lay this down and we'll get started coloring this. So to color with this image, you're going to start out with two Fantastics, and I'm going to start with the Maroon ink. You can choose whatever color you want, but I tap onto my ink pad and then just start kind of randomly coloring. Now the more pressure that you push, you see that's really dark. So you can just kind of lift up and give that a light coloring effect. So you'll do that on all the flowers on this image. And you do that just really quickly. Now for this flower I did the tips a little bit. See, that's really dark. Now if you want to test this off on your paper, you can see how light, how dark, how much ink you have on that. And for this one I'm just going to do the tips kind of dark on some of them, a little bit lighter. There's not really a method to the madness, just kind of do it very quickly. When you first start doing this, it looks kind of, I don't know, it doesn't look like it's really looking at like something at first, but once you put it all together you have a really nice coloring technique. So that's the first step with the burgundy, and then you can go back with the green. Now for the green, since there's swirls in here, I like to kind of test that, see how much ink I've got on there. For the green, since there's kind of random swirls, just kind of go over your design and add some quick coloring patterns in there, and you kind of streak it. One of the things that I like to make sure I'm doing is don't really think about it. Just practice your first time. It might feel kind of clumsy, but it's kind of like a brush stroke. Now with these nibs, it's a foam tip, so it's an easy applicator. You can add as much or as little color as you like. So you'll see this is a very easy image. It's kind of a background image. It's very vintage or collage. So you can just add some quick sweeps of color in there. Now for the finished sample, I added some color around the outer edges. I did that with both the green and the burgundy. So you could just add some quick blending in there. Maybe add a little bit more green in here around that swirl. Pull this away. So you'll see on this card, I went back and added just a little bit of the burgundy in there. And then I went back and added some vintage glitter. And then some micro beads, added the Sweet Juliet flower on the top, and you have an amazing project. I like how easy it is, and yet it looks like you spend a lot of time creating it. So this is a quick coloring technique that you can incorporate with a stamp set like this, or many of the main background images that you might already have in your collections. Have fun incorporating these coloring techniques in your design room. Follow us on Facebook, visit our gallery at heartfeltcreations.us, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss our future videos. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time.